Hey guys, Roach here again, bringing you some more Gothic 3. So this is the second video so far. Now again, I'm not doing a Let's Play series on this. I'm just showing some gameplay of it, and I'm gonna try to record everything I do, but for the most part it's not gonna be a Let's Play. I may skip here and there. So you should immediately notice that from my first video that now everything looks a lot different. The blur has been completely pushed back, and that was just me editing some video settings and INI files, so now it's looking much better. I left off, let me see, I was looking for a particular quest down here, and I had remembered that you needed to download a specific patch in order to get the new quests, and now I downloaded them, so now they're there. But before I do that, I'm gonna go sleep because my health is pretty messed up. Oh, that's another thing that the patch did. Now the interface is a little bit different. If you look at my old video, all the bars were stacked up on each other and there was a compass that really wasn't useful. Now the health bar is on its own to the left, followed by the stamina bar in the middle and the mana bar in the right.
Are you serious?
And then there's also the compass on the bottom left. Alright, raw steel, which I'm looking at right now, is what you use to actually craft weapons. Well, shield. Make sure nobody's looking. As you can see, my guy's changing stances. That means I'm crouching, like this one, and that means I can steal things. Cool. Let's set that up really quick. Oh, I need a shield parry for this. Which reminds me, I didn't talk much about leveling up last time, so if I get to somewhere where I can actually level up, I'll show you how it works. But first, I want to go towards the rebel camp. I didn't get around to it last time, so I figured let's do it now. And I know exactly where it's at, so it's just a matter of getting there. So let's go ahead and head out. There's pretty much what's left over from the fight last video. Dead orc, boar, orcs everywhere. Looks like we're coming up on a house up here. Let's see what's up here. Like I said before, this game is pretty dangerous. I mean, danger lurks around every single corner and you can die at any moment. Some scavengers down there. Found some chests here. Let's see what's inside. This is apparently, I think it's an arrow or something. You shoot it at someone and it has a heavy weight on the front of it. It'll knock out the guy instead of killing him. That should be useful if I have to sneak into town or something. Hopefully we can get to the first town. That way I can show you guys what the towns look like. There's a minor glitch when I look to the left. You can see on the right side of my screen there's like a hole in the ground. So, I mean, there are stuff the community probably can't fix, but for the most part, at least everything's working smoother now and the game's running well enough that I can actually play it. Alright, so I need to head to Reddock. I'm around this region, so I gotta head this way still. Is that a wolf? Yep. Oh, I thought I got hit there. See if I can get another shot in. Might be able to get a second shot. Come on. Ah! Messed up that one. So another thing I found out that I wasn't doing before is right-clicking actually swings faster. Here, I'll show you the difference. This is the left swing. You see they're really slow. And now the right swing, which is really fast. So it's actually something that I did not know of before. and it should help me out with tactics now. I can kind of tell what kind of attacks I have to use on certain enemy types. Like for instance, that wolf, he would have attacked me real fast, so I had to use a fast attack. And, looks like there's boars down there. I do not want to fight them right now. If I get hit by one of them, I'll get a stamina poison. And I don't have the potion right now to heal it, so we're gonna go ahead and avoid them right now. We're also, I think we're near the camp, so... the rebel camp, that is. Here's somebody down here. Oh, this is the rebel camp. That's another cool thing. Seems like everybody has jobs, so you'll see people cutting wood, mining ore. Let's go talk to this. Looks like a paladin with a huge sword on his back. He looks like the leader.
Be very careful when roaming through the woods here. Orc scouts are everywhere in this region.
Tell me more about this place.
This is the largest rebel camp on the coast. We call it Reddock. Many royalists who haven't yet been enslaved by the Orcs are hiding here. I really hope for your sake that you aren't a spy for the Orcs, or we'll make short work of you.
I see.
Now, something that's cool about this is that you can side with the Orcs if you want to, and pretty much betray your race. How that would work is I would go to the town, you know, do some work for the Orcs, and then they'll trust me, and then I can somehow tell them there's a rebel camp here. Or I could work the other way around, help the rebels, and then help them overtake the town. But for right now, we're going to be neutral.
The Orcs don't know about this rebel camp?
If the Orcs knew we were hiding out here, they would have certainly killed us by now.
I come from Ardea. We drove the Orcs from the village.
Talk to Javier. He already knows about it. One of our scouts saw everything. Javier is down below, in the cavern.
So it looks like the main quest to get the rebel help, I need to talk to Javier.
Tell me more about the rebels.
We are the only free humans in Murtana who are still fighting the Orcs. Orc patrols are our biggest problem here on the coast. Last night, they came dangerously close.
Wait, hold on, let's ask this question first.
Where are the Orc patrols now?
One Orc patrol is constantly on the move. Right now, they are between us and Ardea. Another has parked itself on a farm to the east, between here and Cape Dun. If we don't take care of them now, they will stumble upon Reddock sooner or later.
Okay, I think the one that was by the farm, that's the one I took out.
I will go visit the Orc patrol on the farm.
Be careful. If they take you for a rebel, they will chop you to pieces.
What about the humans working for the Orcs?
Most of them are slaves, but there are some human Orc mercenaries as well. Within certain limits, they are allowed to move freely among the Orcs. I can only hope you're not going to mingle with them.
Unfortunately, I am, because that's the easiest way to figure out what the Orcs want and what they want to do, and their plans.
Why should I avoid the Orc mercenaries?
People who team up with the enemy are the enemy. The path of the Orc mercenary is the easy way, with no freedom, and against Enos, our god.
It's called spying, buddy.
I'll take care of the roaming Orc patrol.
Do that, but be careful so they don't find our camp here.
Okay, certain quests won't have dialogue. Those are the new quests that have been added. Okay, I think I remember picking this one up back when I originally played the game, and I do not want to do it.
Show me your...
You honestly, it's so split up. There's people all over the map, and you just don't know what to do. You don't know where to start, where to go. So here, this is all the weapons that I picked up from those Orcs, the ones that died in the first town. So that's gonna give me a ton of money. Some of this stuff is stuff that people died and dropped from the town, but for the most part we're gonna sell all of this because I can't even use it for a long time. Like this one is 340 strength and it does 90 damage. So it's not even worth it. Leveling up is pretty hard in this game. So let's see if we can get some armor here. Gotta be something cheap, but... So the Farmer's Clothes is the easiest one to pick up, it's only 300 gold. Or I could jump for the leather garb. No, I'm gonna get the Farmer's Clothes.
You're all right.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So I ended up getting 3,000 gold and some armor from that, so that definitely was a good trade. And there it is. I don't see how that's such a big advantage compared to the other one, but... So now I'm dressed as a farmer. Great. Alright, so next we want to talk to Javier or Javier, whatever. Let's go find him. He said he was down here in the cavern.
Don't cause any trouble here. Got it?
Sebastian.
What? Oh, yes. I am a bit jumpy. I'm sorry. What can I do for you?
Who are you?
My name is Sebastian. I am the alchemist here in Reddock.
Okay, now this is one of those fire mages, the one I was talking about in my first video. They apparently, I think they lost their magic because of Zardus.
You wear the clothes of a fire mage.
Before the war, I was a high mage of the fire. Then came the day when we fire mages lost our rune magic. And soon after that, the war was over. The robe is all I have left of my rank.
So that's basically what I was telling you in the first video. The Zardus destroyed the rune magic seal or something like that and ended up making all the fire mages and paladins lose their magic. So let's ask him why he lost his magic.
Why did you fire mages lose your magic?
I have spent many sleepless nights trying to answer that question. All I know is that we could no longer hold off the Orcs without our rune magic. Many fire mages were killed, and those that survived the debacle fled to the woods.
What will you do now?
I will stay here in Reddock and study the ancient writings of our ancestors. Legend has it that the Ancient Ones possessed their own kind of magic. It was completely independent of aids such as the runes, from which we draw our magic.
Tell me more about the magic of the Ancient Ones.
All that is certain is that the Ancient Ones existed and that their artifacts can be found everywhere in the ruins. Even today, the only way to learn more about their magic is to unravel the mystery of those ruins. All the surviving fire mages are researching the ancient knowledge.
Tell me more about the artifacts of the Ancient Ones.
The Orcs are obsessed with searching for these valuable relics. Every dealer in the land knows that, and will offer you a correspondingly high price. Many artifacts are of great value to us mages as well, such as the fire chalices, for example.
Yeah, I remember picking up some fire chalices on my first playthrough, which I only got about an hour through, so...
What is so special about the fire chalices?
The fire chalices are ancient, and were thought to have been lost for many years. It is said that they possess powerful magical capabilities. But I am no expert. If you should find a fire chalice, take it to my brethren in Nordmar. They will be able to tell you more about it than I can.
Tell me something about alchemy.
It is the only way of healing and strengthening yourself without magic. I am no expert, but my abilities are enough to supply Reddock with what is absolutely necessary.
Okay, now this is one of the ways that you can train.
Teach me what you know about alchemy.
I would gladly do that. But unfortunately, I don't have enough ingredients to teach you. If you can get me 10 healing plants, I will share my knowledge with you.
Now, if I get him the healing plants, he'll start teaching me how to do things with alchemy. And alchemy is one of the skills. I'll show you here. See, alchemy has its own subset of skills. Now, if you look on the left from my attributes, everything's pretty much at standard: 100 strength, 100 hunting skill. Alchemy's at 10. Now, let's say I wanted to learn how to make mana potions. I would have to learn from him first alchemy. I would have to spend my learning points, which you spend them in skills of 10 points each. So every time let's say you want to learn alchemy, you got to spend 10 points to level that up. So let's say that I were to spend 10 points to level up alchemy, it would be at 20. Then I would have to spend another 10 points to actually learn this skill. So as you can see, I'm level 2, I only got 20 learning points. And that weapon that we sold before needed 360 strength. So that means I would need to be level 38 just to get my strength up to what I needed to use that weapon. So, and I'm also playing with a mod that only lets you level up a certain amount. You can't level up like everything, which in the original you could, but I don't like that, because then your guy is not he's not classified, let's say, as a warrior or a hunter. You basically just become the unbeatable godlike fighter. So I had to talk to Javier. I may skip a few dialogues if they're like repeating each other. You know, like that alchemy one, I'll skip the ones that have to do with melee and stuff like that, so that you don't have to hear the same thing over and over.
You're new here, aren't you? Many refugees have joined us in Reddock lately, but your face isn't familiar.
Are you in charge here?
I'm the most experienced man here when it comes to fighting orcs. I guess that would make me something like a leader of this rebel camp.
You're wearing a paladin's armor.
I used to be a paladin before the orcs won the war for themselves. I fought for the king in the last battle for Vanguard, the capital. Now I'm just a refugee, just like everybody else here.
I need weapons.
So do we. Unfortunately, there is one small problem with that. Our last smith died in combat. Since then, our smithy has been abandoned. If you know somebody who could take his place, send him to us.
So that's another quest right there.
We drove the orcs out of Ardea.
So we owe this to you. Well done. Our people will take care of things from now on. I have other tasks for you if you want to help us.
Sure.
How can I support you?
There are many possibilities for furthering our cause. Just walk around here and ask the people in the camp. We need to prepare for the revolution in Cape Dun.
So I don't know if you saw it there, but it said that I gained reputation. 1+ reputation with rebels. Now, reputation is important because the more that you get, the more helpful they'll be when you have to invade something. Like, for instance, he said he was preparing for the Cape Dun invasion or revolution. That means that when it comes to time for me to pick between fighting for Reddock or fighting for Cape Dun, then depending on, let's say I pick to support the Reddock to invade Cape Dun, the reputation is going to give me a certain amount of soldiers. So the higher reputation, the better chance we have of basically taking it over. Okay, so I'm not going to talk to anybody right now. Actually, I could show you the arena. I think the arena's around here.
Hey, you look like you could take a beating or two. What about a little fight in the arena?
You want to go up against me?
Well, not really. You're among friends here. We humans must stick together against the orcs. I need some training. You look like you might be an equal opponent. Let Norris explain the arena fighting rules to you, and then let the fun begin.
Alright, let me talk to Norris really quick.
Ah, a new man.
What are you doing here?
I'm taking care of our forces in Reddock. We keep training and trying to prepare as best we can for a battle with the orcs. The closed-off area over there is our training arena.
Show me how to fight.
All right. I'll show you how to handle weapons if you make yourself useful for our camp.
You fight against each other in your arena?
That's the best training there is. Unfortunately, the Orcs agree completely. They have an arena of their own in almost every city. They value a fighter who wins arena battles very highly.
So that's a good way of getting in good terms with the orc. You just battle in the arena.
How exactly does the arena work?
You challenge someone to fight and meet him in the arena. As soon as you enter the arena, it starts.
Is that all?
Not quite. There are 2 rules. First, anyone who leaves the arena in the middle of a fight loses. Second, when one of the fighters is on the ground,